What if I told you that our universe wasn't the only one that existed? It's possible that our world could be surrounded by a ton of parallel universes that are naked to the human eye. If this is true, these alternate universes would mirror our universe. So whatever happens in one world could also occur in the alternate universe, but in an opposite manner. Well, how's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Do Not Sing, and I am back with another Most Amazing Top 10 video. If you guys haven't already gotten your Is This Real Life Right Now t-shirt, make sure you guys click the link down below, use promo code MA10 and you'll get an additional $5 off. And also, I just trimmed my beard and apparently I'm like 10 years younger right now. I feel 10 pounds lighter. I don't know what I'm doing with this. So today we're going to be looking at the possible existence of parallel universes. So let's jump right into it. This is the top 10 scary signs that prove parallel universes exist. Number 10, ripples in space. It's no secret that finding definitive proof that parallel universes exist have been extremely difficult. But scientists have been studying gravitational waves or ripples in space that were caused by the motion of massive objects. Now they're theorizing that these ripples might be able to prove that parallel universes do exist. Gravity is thought to be relatively consistent throughout all dimensions and universes. So researchers think that they can use gravitational waves to detect where parallel universes are. Basically, they're assuming that when they come across a ripple in space, it's caused by one universe colliding into another massive universe. Deja vu. Deja vu. Did I say it? Deja vu comes in at number 9. Another interesting theory that supports the existence of parallel universes is the deja vu phenomenon. If you've ever had a deja vu experience, I know I've had many of them, then you know exactly what I am talking about. It feels like you've already witnessed or lived through, the current situation, the current moment. It's honestly one of the weirdest feelings in the world, and it happens to all of us, but although it's very common, there's actually very little information known about deja vu. Most of us have experienced that feeling like you've been in a new place before, but we have a difficult time understanding how this is even possible. So maybe this feeling could prove that parallel universes exist, or it's just a glitch in our brain's memory, like a glitch in the Matrix or something. Either way, I think it'd be amazing if parallel universes, if they did exist, and deja vu occurs because in a parallel universe, a version of yourselves has already lived that scenario. Infinite universes brings us to number 8. Scientists still don't fully understand time and space. One prominent theory is that space and time is flat and it goes on forever and ever and ever. So there's a high chance that there are many universes out there. But with that in mind, it's possible that universes could start to repeat themselves because there are only so many, different ways that particles could be put together. So the number of possible particle configurations in multiple universes would be limited to a set number of possibilities before they start to repeat, which basically means that there could be a ton of parallel universes out there with someone who looks exactly like you. Maybe there's another brown guy that looks like me, but with a mustache, and one that can grow an actual beard. Our dreams are in at number 7. Some people believe that in a parallel universe, there is a copy of themselves that is capable of making different decisions and seeing places that will later manifest in their dreams. It's no secret that for countless years, people have always wondered what dreams mean. Some people are able to see the future in their dreams, while others think that their dreams have hidden meaning. But what if we took a step further and said that dreams are glimpses of events that are taking place in an alternate reality? Sometimes people will have reoccurring dreams, about a place that they've never ever seen or heard of. So yeah, maybe it's possible that our dreams are showing us what's exactly going on in a parallel universe and how a copy of ourselves is living in another world, another universe. Climbing up this list, or down this list, depends on how you perceive it. And at number 6, we have the green-skinned children. Let's travel back to the 12th century, which is that's so long ago. Well, let's travel back when a brother and a sister randomly appeared in a small village in England. Both of them had green-colored skin, spoke an unknown language, they wore strange clothes, and refused to eat any food that was offered to them. They were taken in and cared for by the village, and eventually, the children started to eat their food and their skin became less green. dream. But shortly after, the boy became very sick and he died. His sister was able to learn English over time, and she told the others that they were from a place where the sun doesn't shine bright, and it was always nighttime. She said that her and her brother were at their home when all of a sudden they heard a loud noise, and then they were just suddenly in a new place that they didn't recognize. The girl grew up and lived her life on Earth, but as it turns out, she might have been living in an entirely different universe before. Black holes could be portals to parallel universes, and this takes us to number 5. It's a common belief that anything that falls into a black hole will be destroyed and lost forever. But Stephen Hawking, he had a different theory. He has always had a different opinion. He believed in the existence of parallel universes, and he thought that they should never be ruled out. Hawking suggests that black holes must eventually come to an end, and according to his calculations, the black holes will begin to leak matter into space and eventually explode, which would release the trapped particles. So it's quite possible that if something fell through a black hole, it wouldn't be destroyed. It could actually end up in an alternate universe. And now at number 4, let's talk about the Mandela Effect. I find this so interesting. Well, let me know in the comment section below if you've ever experienced something like this, a Mandela Effect, you know, where you're convinced that something exists a certain way, but you come to discover that you remembered it all wrong. Well, let me share with you guys, you know, a few examples. Looney Tunes was never spelled with 2 O's. It's actually spelled Tunes, T-U-N-E-S. Yeah, that was a hard one for me to get over. I still don't believe it. I think we're getting trolled. And of course, Curious George has a tail, right? No, you would be so wrong. His tail never existed, although we all remember him having a tail. Maybe it was the alternate reality Curious George. Oh, and yeah, you guys remember the Monopoly Man and his monocle, right? Well, you've been hit with the Mandela Effect again because he never had a monocle. I know how you're feeling. I'm questioning my entire life as well. Well, as it turns out, the Mandela Effect might be evidence that supports the existence of a parallel universe, because how else would you explain it? It's been suggested that people go back and forth between multiple universes, so that's how we can create strange memories of something that we've never heard or seen before. These memories are actually from another universe that's spilled into our current one. The cold spot theory takes us over to number 3. Scientists have been able to map out the radiation across the universe. For the most part, it is equally distributed, and it's the same temperature, but there is one cold spot that stands out. Apparently, this cold spot could exist because of a collision between our universe and another universe. So the energy released during this collision would have created a cold spot. This could be proof that we existed in a multi-universe, and there are billions of other universes out there that could be like ours. Stephen Hawking takes us to number 2 on our list. Before his death, Stephen Hawking was seriously contemplating the thought that other universes exist. These alternate universes could be found alongside ours with their own galaxies, stars, and planets. He wrote a paper before his death with another scientist named Thomas Hertog. They believe that if future technology is able to pick up evidence of powerful gravitational waves from the Big Bang, well, then we might be able to prove the alternate universes exist. This would mean that the possibility of parallel universes might soon become a reality, and if that's the case, Stephen Hawking has truly changed the way that we view our universe forever. Now at number 1, we have a man who came directly from a parallel universe. Have you guys ever heard of the guy who arrived at the Tokyo International Airport with a passport from a country that doesn't exist? Well, this story was all over the news. I remember reading about it. Well, apparently this man told customs that he was in Japan for business and he had a legitimate visa stamps, currency from European countries, and checks from an unknown bank. Oh, and he also has a driver's license from a country called Tor. Well, that country doesn't exist. He was sent to a hotel while they investigated him, but he was always closely monitored and watched. But in the morning, he had completely vanished. His room is 15 stories up, and security guards were watching his door at all times. Police tried to search for the man from Tord, but they never saw or heard from him again. He probably went back to his own parallel universe after he was caught, and you know what, maybe one day he'll be brave enough to make the journey again. Really crazy story. Well, there you guys have it. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we'll see you all in the next most amazing top 10 video.